Hey guys, how's it going? It's 8-Bit Eric. Today we're going to talk about Mario and Sonic at the Tokyo 2020 Olympic Games. Yep, it's that time again. Nintendo and Sega are teaming up to have their two most beloved franchises and mascots compete against one another in the legendary Olympics. Now, this game caught my attention for one sole reason. The brand new mode that features 8-bit and 16-bit versions of all of our characters competing in a variety of Olympic games. As soon as I saw that advertised, I was like, oh my god, that is so cool. The idea of seeing, the NES Super Mario competing against the original Sega Genesis Sonic the Hedgehog, for whatever reason, really intrigued me. And seeing the other characters combined together and everything, this is something that you would have dreamed up of back like in 2006, when you really didn't see any of these collaboration games or any kind of like crossovers or anything. Nowadays, it's a dime a dozen, but having the fact that all of these characters are competing against not just the regular modern style look of the Mario and Sonic Olympics games, but you have the 8-bit, 16-bit versions of them competing together. Now, if you haven't played any of the Mario and Sonic Olympic games, it is what it is. It's an Olympic track and field competition game. Now, this one has multiplayer capabilities for up to 4 people, and it even has online multiplayer mode. Now, as of this recording, online multiplayer was still kind of shaky. The servers were under maintenance and everything, because I got this as a review copy. I got this as an advanced copy, so not all of the features were available, but I did play through quite a bit of the actual story mode and some of the quick match options that we have on here, because you can do quick match, which allows you to play any of the events. There's at least about 30 of these, and then the Tokyo 1964 events, which is the 8-bit, 16-bit retro style ones. Now, what is Tokyo 1964? Well, Tokyo 1964 is the last time the Olympics were at Tokyo. And the plot actually involves this kind of like historical event. Now, what does the plot have? Well, Bowser and Eggman are teaming together to basically get rid of Mario and his friends, especially Mario and Sonic. So they make a mystery gaming device called the Tokyo 64 that is intended to trap Mario and Sonic inside of a game that takes place in 1964 at the Olympics. Unfortunately, they also get themselves stuck inside of this video game. So it's up to them to try to figure out exactly how do they get out of this video game world. So they're competing in a variety of different events, getting gold medals, and basically completing the game. It's a game within a game. It's actually kind of meta. Meanwhile, in the actual Mario universe, Luigi, Tails, and all the other friends are trying to figure out how to get Mario, Sonic, and whoever else is stuck out of the Tokyo 64. So the plot, honestly, is not really that important when it comes to what this game features and stuff. Again, the real meat and potatoes of Tokyo 2020 Mario and Sonic is its multiplayer capabilities, because there's a variety of different modes in here. So you got your standard track and field events like the 100 meters, the triple jump, the hurdles, the discus throw. You got skateboarding, boxing, rugby, canoe. You even have random stuff like football, karate, gymnastics, archery, javelin throwing, fencing, table tennis, badminton. You even have callbacks to shooting gallery. So there's a mode that plays a lot like the clay shooters on the Duck Hunt cartridge way back in the day. So there is a little bit of homage to a lot of the classic series of both Mario and Sonic in here. Honestly, this was my first time ever playing a Mario and Sonic at the Olympics game. I've always been intrigued by them, but I've heard mixed reactions from them. Some people are like, oh, these games aren't that great, or anything like that. So going in, I didn't really have high expectations for it. I was like, alright, you know what? I just want to see what this mode is with the 8-bit, 16-bit characters. But I was actually pleasantly surprised. Some of my favorite modes are the fighting. I like the boxing. Boxing is actually quite a bit of fun. It controls really well, and it's pretty neat. I mean, that's what we have to punch out on a modern version of a game. Also, I think the skateboarding is actually really neat. There's just something about seeing Luigi throwing an ollie and grinding on the thing that makes me smile. Gymnastics is actually pretty cool. For the most part, most of these events control with quick time action. So you'll be tapping A really fast, then a button will pop up and you have to push that face button like B or Y or X, and then follow the instructions on the screen, and you're judged based on your reaction time and whether like you make the land, or if you do it too early or too late. For the most part, all the events are like that. Now, the Tokyo 1964 events are also available for a quick match, and that again is where they look like retro style graphics. Here, there's not as many of the events as the regular quick match. You have, of course, the hurdles, the long jump, kayak. You have volleyball, which is a nice callback to the black box volleyball. Judo. You have the platform jump, and yeah, it's the gimmick of the game. But there's not as much of action with, you know, Tokyo 2020. But it's nice that they threw that option in there. I think they really captured the nostalgia feel that people love with the stuff. But either way, the game actually controls and plays amazingly. Now, there is motion capabilities with the Joy-Cons. You can do one Joy-Con or you can do two. For me, it's not really my bag. I really don't like playing with the Joy-Cons. I prefer to have the Pro Controller, and everything on here works great with the Pro Controller. That's all I really need. Motion controls, I guess, for the most part, they're not too gimmicky on this one. They seem to be just right, so you're not going to feel like you're playing a game on the Wii way back in the day where you basically had to wiggle everything. But to me, I do not like motion controls. I don't prefer them at all in my thing. So in addition to the quick match, the story mode again has the plot of the characters being stuck in the video game, and they go through the events one at a time. You have a big map of Tokyo, and you go from like event to event, unlocking certain areas, and characters join your party as well. There's also local play where you can connect to different Nintendo Switches that are available via wireless communication. So if you're on the go and you have a friend that has this game, you can play as well. I didn't get the option to try that out. And then online play, as of right now, I got this game as an early copy, so it's not available at this moment. I tried it. It says the system is under maintenance, so this is something that I'm gonna have to be checking out though. But my initial impressions, as I said, far exceeded my expectations. Again, I've never really played a Mario and Sonic at the Olympics game before, and I quickly found myself falling in love. You know, doing some of these games were actually quite fun. There was something about that, oh, let me try it one more time, you know, addiction that you get after it. Like doing the javelin throw was nice to see your character throw it kind of far, and then it's like, okay, you know what, I want to go ahead and beat my score on that. And you know, the music actually kind of warmed me up. The music has like this real good little tune to it that kind of like plays like in different versions. You know, you can hear it like in the modern day graphic version, or you can hear it like in the 8-bit 16-bit version. Either way, it has a really recognizable tune that will get in your head. I'm actually honestly pleasantly surprised with just how exactly polished overall this game feels, because I went in expecting it to just feel like something that was really thrown together, and it's not. Honestly, I think it feels pretty high quality. Now, there is almost every single character that you can think of from both universes of Sonic and Super Mario are in this game. I mean, you got Mario, Luigi, Wario, you got both of the princesses, you have you know, Sonic, you have Shadow, you have Eggman. So all the characters that you could think of are in here. Waluigi, there's even a couple random ones like, you know, Vector and some of those. There's even like an alternate Dr. Eggman that I never even knew existed. So there is probably about, I would say, 25 different characters. As of right now, I'm not sure if there is many secrets aside from being able to unlock new events in the story mode and stuff like that. But, you know, there's a fair amount of content here. I mean, you could play as Yoshi going against, you know, Shadow the Hedgehog. That has to be sold. So, honestly, I feel that this is probably going to be one of the best games on the Switch right now for a multiplayer setting. And honestly, that's what I really like the most about the Nintendo Switch is its accessibility, being able to take it anywhere. You can connect wirelessly to play against somebody else. You can challenge your friend to a 100-meter dash. You can play online. So there's a lot of different modes that you have just in this game alone. And for that, I would say it's actually worth checking out. You know, you might downplay it because maybe the previous versions of the Olympic Games weren't that great, but I was actually pleasantly surprised. I would probably rate this game, if I was to give it a review score, a solid 8. I feel that it is very well put together. I actually fell in love with this. I think so far in 2019, this is one of the better Nintendo Switch games out there. So definitely do recommend it. And guys, that's it for today's video. Thanks a lot for watching. I appreciate it. If you enjoyed the video, click like. I'll see you on the next one. Have a great day. Peace out. Consider supporting 8-Bit Eric on Patreon for just $1 a month. Link below in the description. You want to become part of the hashtag 8BE Nation, guys? Well, be sure to pick up your official merch, now available online. Link is below in the description. We got classic t-shirts, tank tops, hoodies, and even women's apparel. Don't forget, pick up your official merch now. And while you're at it, guys, feel free to watch the next video, or why don't you catch up on one that you might have previously missed. Thanks again, guys, for all the support. I couldn't do this without you. You guys are amazing, and don't forget to subscribe and click that like button if you are brand new. Thanks again, guys. Peace out.